So it's about like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was up early, taught a class, or I was supposed to teach a class this morning. And then I went out to drive for Lyft and Uber. But while I was driving, I started to feel so tired, like uncontrollably fatigued, which is a symptom of PMDD. It stands for Premenstrual Dysphoric Disorder. And basically all it is PMS on steroids. I'm supposed to get my period, I think, next week. And it's usually within the week before that I get like really annoying and terrible symptoms. So I was diagnosed with this about 2 years ago. I was diagnosed with this, and then I was diagnosed with PCOS, which is also a long medical term that I don't remember the name of. But PCOS is basically, it's not like a disease or anything, but it's just like a collection of like different symptoms that you have based on imbalance of hormones in your body. So I was diagnosed with that a couple years ago because I was really like having issues with fatigue, and it really happened because I went to the doctor and she noticed some symptoms, and I was talking to her about like my chronic fatigue, especially around like when I get my period and stuff, and like how I get really bad PMS, and how I like basically shut down like the week before I get my period. And so I was just trying to figure out ways to help with those symptoms, and that's how she like started running the blood test, and like that's how we discovered that I actually have PCOS too. So I do have like cysts on my ovaries, and I have like abnormal hormone levels when it comes to certain hormones. It's just, that's basically what PCOS is. It might make it difficult for me to get pregnant. The only way that it's treatable, the only way to treat it is birth control. So birth control is supposed to help regulate your cycle, which I didn't have a regular cycle. My cycle was like all over the place for a couple years, and I didn't know why. I just thought that was like my body just was crazy. So it helps regulate your cycle and just helps manage some of the symptoms. So that's why I started taking birth control a couple of years ago. So it's supposed to help with the symptoms, but I'm finding like I've tried so many different types of birth control. Some have actually made my symptoms worse, and some have like helped, but it's still like the one I'm on right now, it's helping the symptoms, but I still have them. So today, and it's really funny because I won't know what's happening to me. I won't know why I like feel this way. I think a lot of women experience this, like you don't know why like you feel crazy and then you get your period. I'm just like, why do I feel so nuts? But like I've started to recognize patterns over the couple of years, and it's because it's all linked to my menstrual cycle. So with PMDD, I get like extreme PMS, and one of the symptoms is extreme fatigue. So today, I was out driving, I was so tired to the point like it was hard to keep my eyes open, which I know is terrible. So I just went home, and I like knocked out. Like I've been in this bed since probably got home around 11:30, 11:45 because I was out driving this morning, and I have not moved, and it's almost 4 o'clock, and I got a pretty decent night's sleep. So I know it's linked to this, and that's one of the things like I struggle with building a business. It's usually just around my period because of the symptoms that I get. I know exercising definitely helps me. Like when I exercise regularly, it's definitely helped. Like my symptoms have really improved over the years. Like it used to be days that I would feel like this. Like usually now it's only like one day or maybe 2 days, but usually only one day that I just like completely shut down, and like I'm just like, yo, I can't do anything. I just want to sleep. This is the day. So I just let myself do it. I let myself sleep, and then I usually feel better. I feel better now. I'm still like fatigued, which is crazy because I was sleeping for like 3 or 4 hours, and I got a pretty decent night's sleep too. So like I just know it's definitely related to that. I think I'm supposed to get my period next week, so there is really no cure for like PCOS or like PMDD other than managing with medication, which I do with birth control. I don't intend on taking antidepressants at all, because I that's another symptom as well, like getting into like a depressive state, which happens. But because I've been diagnosed with it, and because like I know the pattern of it, like I know it's gonna end, so I'm not even like looking to take antidepressants, and that's just my personal preference. Some people do, but to me, it's just like I can usually get through it, and I'm usually fine within a couple days. So, but yeah, this is like the start of it. To me, it's an annoying diagnosis because it just can interfere with like what you're trying to do, like with your life and with work and relationships and stuff. So it can be tough to deal with. Right now, I'm a single lady, so I don't have that issue, and I also don't work a regular 9 to 5, so it kind of works out for me. Like I like to look at it like that, like, hey, like you don't, like if I was in my full-time job right now, for instance, it would be an issue because I would still have to go to work. Like I've called out of work because I've felt this way like multiple times, and it's tough. I know it's tough in a full-time job because you can't like always be calling out like that. You can't be calling out once a month, because it's just, it makes it harder working in a 9 to 5. So it's definitely helps that I can take the middle of the day to just like go to sleep and just get some rest, because my body it physically like feels fatigued, and like I haven't even worked out this week. I haven't done anything. I'm just tired, my body's just tired. So it is a blessing that I get to come take a nap in the middle of the day when I need it. Like I said, exercise does help me. It does help manage symptoms. I feel like there's probably women who have way worse symptoms than I do, and I think it's because of the fact that I exercise regularly and I like try to eat a mostly nutritious diet. Like I still indulge, and I still eat certain foods that are less nutritious than other foods, but for the most part I try to eat a good amount of fruits, vegetables, quality meat, quality protein, quality carbs, healthy fats, stuff like that. And I think that helps as well. So it's just something that I have to deal with. I've never really shared this with people other than my friends and immediate family, but just it's a part of my life, and I was like, when I first was diagnosed with it, I was upset about it, but it's really not like, to me, it's not gonna hold me back from like trying to do the things I want to do, and it's really not that. To me, it's not that serious. I know some people might have more severe symptoms or have more severe cases of it. To me, it's like I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So I try to give myself the time to rest, and I try not to beat myself up about the fact that I have to take like a 4-hour nap in the middle of the day just to feel better. And I just keep moving. Schedule with filming. I have a video. My fit vlog comes out on Wednesdays, and I have not filmed it yet. So it's about 9:30 at night, and I'm about to film. Look at my house. It's a mess. So I'm trying to get on top of like a filming and like editing schedule so that I'm not, rushing the last minute to get the videos out. But because I had drill, that's why my house is like a complete disaster right now. All my army stuff is all over the place. Because I had drill this weekend, it definitely set me back in terms of getting time to work on my content and edit videos and shoot videos, because I was there. And we don't have Wi-Fi in the barracks, so it makes it very difficult to stay on top of, shooting content and editing content. I tried to do it in the barracks, it didn't work. So I am behind with scheduling, And because I slept all day, because I wasn't feeling good, that put me behind even further. So now here I am at 9:30 at night, the day before a video is supposed to come out, and I'm going to shoot. But this is going to be a short video, so hopefully it won't take that long to shoot and edit, and I can get it out on time for tomorrow. But yeah, it's just trying to get a schedule down is definitely tough when you are doing a lot of things. It's tough when you are dealing with something like PCOS or PMDD, because it's something that comes around every month, something I deal with every single month, that I kind of just have to work through. So giving myself grace with it and all of that, and not trying to beat myself up about it, because I know it's like a part of my life, and I am trying to manage the symptoms, but I still do have them. So yeah, just trying to work with it and continuing to work on my schedule and just trying to stay consistent with it. So even if stuff is late, I still try to get it out. I think it's better just to get it out and be late than to not do anything at all. So hopefully you guys aren't too upset when the video doesn't come out, you know, exactly at 12 o'clock on Wednesdays. For my fit vlog is when I usually post it. And then Sundays, I haven't had any luck with Sundays. I don't know what it is about Sundays, but my personal vlog is always late. Like, I cannot get it out on Sunday on time, even though the video is done and everything. It's something with the uploading. I have to figure it out. It might be my computer. Yeah, I'm just trying to continue to get content out, continue to produce content the best way I can with everything that's going on. Just got done filming my video for tomorrow. It is 10:20, so it took me about 50 minutes to shoot, which is actually not that bad. It's the editing part that takes a little bit longer, so hopefully it doesn't take me that long. I did want to get some shots in the gym, but honestly I might just use the shots that I already have, because I do have some shots of me working out in the gym. So I think to make my life easier for today, I'm going to just use those shots and not make new ones. It looks like I'm not working out today, which makes me sad. But again, just trying to deal with the symptoms that I have, and just do what I can and just go from there and just try to keep going. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to work out, because it's gonna be Wednesday and I haven't lifted yet this week, so it makes me a little sad, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's get the editing done and get this shit posted. So if you yourself have PCOS or PMDD, and you have gotten pretty good at managing your symptoms, I'm always all ears on like ways to just feel better. I'm happy to have the discussion with you guys. I was diagnosed like 2 years ago, and when I first was diagnosed, I was not like comfortable with sharing, you know, my medical status with people. I don't know if I'm still like super comfortable talking about it, but I know it's more common than people think, PCOS and PMDD. So yeah, I'm more than happy to talk about it now. I've had the time to like process it and like figure out, or just like, you know, accept the fact that this is what it is. This is my life. This is my body. And yeah, just still trying to work on ways to just feel better in my body and manage the symptoms so that I don't feel terrible every month. It has gotten better over the years. Like I said, when I first went to the doctor, it was because like I knew something was off, and I just I didn't know what it was. I didn't know PCOS was a thing, and then we just like ran a bunch of tests and figured out that's what it was. I knew I was experiencing like extreme fatigue and extreme mood swings, and like depressive, like I was in like a really depressive state during like my menstrual cycle, a lot of like most of the time when it would roll around, if it rolled around, because my menstrual cycle wasn't regular either. So initially I was like really upset about it, because I'm supposed to be like this health fitness person. So I was like, damn, like I have like a medical condition, which it's really not that serious. It's more annoying than anything else to me. Like I know there's like way worse things that could be wrong with me. But to me at the time, you know, in my experience, it felt like I was really upset about it, and I wasn't ready to share the whole story of like everything that was going on with my health. But that's what I'm dealing with, and it can be a struggle. It can be sometimes harder just to like function in daily life, but it is like it comes around in cycles, just like with my menstrual cycle, like I said. So it's not like I'm feeling like this all the time. It's usually like a week, you know, within the week before I get my menstrual cycle. That's when I start to feel the symptoms, and that's when I start to feel like, you know, the mood swings, and you know, the like lethargic and not wanting to do anything, like having disinterest in things. And that's kind of what I experienced today. Good afternoon, it's Wednesday. So I was able to get my blog or my vlog posted on time, which makes me really happy. I actually uploaded the video last night, so I just let it upload through the night, and it actually worked this time. I've been having issues with uploading, so that's really good. But it just becomes stressful when I have to film and edit and then upload on the same day. So because I took like the whole day to sleep yesterday, it did like put a little bit of stress on me, but luckily the video didn't take that long to edit, so I was able to get it uploaded, and it was ready to go by today, which made me really, really happy. You know, taking a whole day or half a day to just sleep it makes it really tough to stay on top of the content that I promised, you know, my audience that I would create. So, but I'm just happy that I got to get it out on time for you guys. My apartment is still an absolute mess, although the kitchen's not that bad, which makes me feel a little bit better. But I do need to clean up my apartment. It's like a bomb went off in here. There's stuff everywhere, and that's because I had Joel this weekend. And hopefully by, you know, the end of the week, I'll be feeling better. I'll be feeling more myself. And yeah, we'll just keep it moving, keep it pushing, keep building this brand. Still super excited about it. I was up until like 1 a.m. also working on the vlog, and like that's just like reaffirming the fact that I am doing what I enjoy doing. Like I have my moments when I get frustrated with it, with the process, of course. I think we all have that when we're trying to pursue something, but the fact that I'm like willing to stick it out and like continue to work on stuff just like confirms that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing to me, if that makes sense. So like the fact that I'm willing to like struggle and like fight to like get this stuff out and fight through like my own personal issues, my own health issues, to build this brand, it just confirms that I'm doing what I love to do, which makes me super, super happy inside. And I just can't wait for it to continue to build as we go along, and as I continue to like put out stuff and create stuff, and it just makes me happy that I get to do this stuff every day. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, so if you do like the vlog, the personal vlog, the fit vlog, please like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And if there's something else behind the scenes that you want to see, please let me know. I'm open, I'm all ears. I'm, you know, open for suggestions as I just get started in this journey. So I will definitely keep your comments, your suggestions in mind. Another thing I struggle with is panic attacks, and I just had one. I've had them since probably high school. They usually happen around my period. Like I can go months without having them, but every once in a while I'll have one. It usually happens the week before my period, so I know it's linked to PMDD. It just really fucking sucks. There's really not much I can do about it other than to just like breathe through it. They usually happen at night. I just got one during the day today. Luckily I was home and not like out like driving or something. It just really sucks. So like usually my panic attacks start with like a lot of tightness in my chest, which I didn't get like a whole lot of. Like I had a little bit, but it wasn't like what it normally feels like. Like usually I know I'm about to get one because I can feel that tightness like in my chest. Like I can feel it coming, or like I just feel like super anxious right before it happens, like really, really anxious and on edge. So usually that happens first. And then I get really emotional, like I just usually start crying, or like my breathing gets really irregular and it's like really hard to control. Like I try to like breathe through it, but it's really hard to control when it's happening. It's hard to explain unless like you have panic attacks. It's hard to kind of explain how that feels, like trying to control your breathing and not being able to. Irregular breathing, not being able to breathe correctly. I'm usually crying because I can't breathe and I'm like scared because I feel like I'm gonna die or something like that, but I know I'm not. I know what it is, but that's just what it feels like. So it usually lasts for like 20 to 30 minutes. I'm still getting over it right now, clearly. I usually sit in this position like this, so I'm like, you know, my knees are tucked into my chest. It usually helps me feel better. Yeah, I just feel like crap right now. It's the PMDD, it's the PCOS, I do have anxiety, but it's not like, I have like moderate anxiety. It's not anything crazy, but my hormones being out of whack and just an annoying thing I have to deal with. So this is definitely something that interrupts my day. It interrupts my ability to function because I literally can't do anything until it passes and just sit here. So here we are. This is going on day 3 of this nonsense. I can't wait till it's over. Okay, I feel a little bit better. Yeah, so I know some people are going to be like, why aren't you taking medication? Why aren't you, seeking therapy? So the medication thing, I don't think it's for me. I know some people, it helps a lot of people out, but I really don't think medication is the route that I want to take. So I definitely don't want to be taking antidepressants or anything like that. To me, I just feel like that's not going to be good for my body. I'm not in therapy yet because honestly, I haven't found a therapist yet. That's really the honest truth. I'm all for therapy. I'm all for seeking out therapy, especially for things like panic attacks and anxiety and depression. Just being able to talk out, your issues and all of that definitely helps. And I'm definitely an advocate for therapy. I just haven't found one yet. I need to find one. I know that it is definitely linked with PMDD and PCOS. So yeah, and I don't know. To me, I feel like I have a pretty strong mindset. Like, I'm not saying that's not a reason not to go to therapy, because it's totally not. I'm not trying to make excuses. I am actively seeking out therapy, seeking out a therapist to figure out other ways of dealing with these issues, because they do come up. Like I said, not every month. I don't always get a panic attack every month, but they do come up often enough to where I should probably see a therapist. I have reached out to a few and haven't heard back. I've been having them for so long. I usually know when it's coming. This one kind of hit me out of nowhere because I haven't had one in a while, to be honest. I know how to soothe myself out of it, if that makes sense. So there's different things you can do to just help yourself through it and help yourself feel better when it's happening. And I've learned over the years what to do in order to make myself feel better. So one of them is just to, initially when it starts, I don't have much control. I just kind of, lose my mind, basically. You can't control my breathing. I can't control my emotions. I'm usually crying. I can't control it. But that usually only lasts, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops, depending on where I am. Usually it happens at night. I don't know why it happens at night, but that's usually, I'm laying in bed when it usually happens. So I usually just flip over and just lay on my stomach and bend my knees and then bring my knees into my chest, and like how I showed you earlier how I was laying. I'll just usually flip over and just like try to start regulating my breathing, and usually that helps to calm me down after a little while. So I was sitting at my desk when it started, so I started seated, and then I went to the bathroom first because I had like snot all over my face from crying. I know this is not a funny topic, but to me it's like, after the fact, it's like, it's kind of ridiculous. But so I just sat on the floor in the bathroom. I would like put my hands on the ground. Like, another thing you can do is like grounding. So like just feeling like the earth, feeling where you are. So I sat on the floor and put my hands on the ground, again, just trying to control my breathing. And then after that, I just came and laid on my bed the way I was laying when I started filming this. And then just focused on just getting my breathing back under control. It usually helps me. So those few things, really just, you know, laying that way and feeling the earth, feeling the ground, like looking around me, you know, just trying to, you know, tell yourself like everything's fine, like you're okay, you're gonna be okay, focusing on your breathing. Yeah, and usually after like 20 minutes, I'm okay, like I'm fine, I'm back to normal. Fun stuff. But yeah, I'm not against therapy at all. I know I need to get my butt in therapy and like talk about it and why it may be continuing to happen. I know it's hormonal, like it's related to like the issues that I was talking about, but it doesn't help to get therapy. I hope I didn't scare any of you guys off with this video. Yeah, I just really want to show you guys, like, this is who I am. I'm not happy all the time. I'm not like, you know, like I do have things that I'm dealing with that are a little bit heavy, and they're not fun. Honestly, panic attacks are not fun at all. Yeah, so I guess this is just like, this is a personal struggle. I've talked about my struggles as a solopreneur, but this is like a more health related struggle that I deal with, that I have been dealing with for several years, that can get in the way of me wanting to do things and, you know, make progress and work on my business and, you know, just be more productive. It is what it is. This is me. This is part of me, and I know that. And I just have to accept it and work through it at the best I can. And the days that I am not able to, like today, or like when I get a panic attack, or when I, you know, feel lethargic or super fatigued and need to sleep, just like giving myself the grace to do that and not beating myself up about it, because I know that's what my body needs. You know, my body needs the rest. I don't know if my body necessarily needs panic attacks, but it's part of the equation for me. So just working around it the best I can. Yeah, this is the first time that I've shared this anyone outside of my immediate family, or usually I keep stuff like this to myself. I don't want to like put all my business out there and like, you know, I just don't want to be I don't want to be negative, but I do want to show like who I am as a person, and this is part of who I am. Like this is just stuff that I deal with. So I feel like it's an important video. I feel like it's important to talk about, because I know there's other people that struggle with it as well. So just out here doing my best, and I hope you guys are too. If you are struggling with this, don't let it stop you from doing what you want to do. Yeah, don't let it control your decisions in life, because you only get one life. That is my words of wisdom for the day. Yeah, you only get one life, and I'm trying to live it as fully as I can. Happiness is the goal for me, and I'm not gonna let one stupid panic attack for 20 minutes stop me. So I hope you don't let it stop you if you're dealing with it. I hope this wasn't too much of a Debbie Downer for you guys. Let me know if you want me, like, what other topics you want me to talk about, if you want me to like keep talking about this and like keep, I guess, talking about anxiety and panic attacks. I'm happy to share, but like I said, I like to keep it light. I like to keep my channel informative. I do want to document the journey, so I do want to be more transparent. But if you have a topic that you want me to talk about in terms of like business or health or anything, please let me know. I'm all ears. And I hope you liked this video. If you didn't, I completely understand because it was kind of sad. But if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right, have a good week, guys. Bye.